back to my channel. This is Celestial Self, and today I'm going to be doing a 72-hour reading for the sign of Sagittarius. That is Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius North Node. What's going to be coming towards you in the next 72 hours, the energy that's going to be surrounding you within the next 72 hours, and what you should just be looking out for in terms of career and finances. Anything significant coming towards Sagittarius. Already coming through for me, Sagittarius, is the term discipline. I'm hearing that there is a lack of some type of structure or discipline within your life right now, that you're going to be needing to clear up. Let's pull some cards for you to see exactly what's going on. We have King of Bows, King of Wands, Five of Arrows, frustration, Five of Cups, and the Fool card here. So right now, I'm definitely picking up some type of spiritual practice that Sagittariuses at this time have been engaged in. Specifically, I'm drawn to the Five of Arrows that says frustration, and just how we have two cards that are really speaking to initiative, which is the King of Wands, which is that charismatic, fiery energy, which is ruled, funny enough, it's either ruled by Leo or ruled by Sagittarius. And then we have Five of Arrows, which is speaking to how long Sagittariuses have been doing something. I'm picking up here that you've been involved in a spiritual practice or a train of thought for a very long time, and you've been taking action in terms of showing up towards something, but you've been very, very frustrated with the Five of Arrows. And it's speaking to how you've drifted off from this spiritual practice or this train of thought or just this, whatever you've been practicing that has been keeping you grounded, you've disengaged with and have been, you've veered from your path, Sagittarius, and I'm picking up that you're being called back home, right? You've had your fun. And it's good to go out there and experience the world here with the Fool card. I don't know. This reading is feeling very, very, very rigid mentally, and just very restricted and confined. And I don't want any Sagittariuses to feel that way, because that goes against the Sagittarian energy. Sagittarius are free-loving, free-flowing people. But I'm really picking up here that over the past couple of months, even for some, this is for some, not all, even years, there has been a lack of spiritual discipline, and you have greatly veered from your path, something that you've known a lot about. And I feel as though Sagittarius have been very, very frustrated. And I want to say that within the next 72 hours, there is going to be very, very small opportunities for you to put your spiritual beliefs into practice. In the next 72 hours, there's going to be times where you're going to be called. Spirit is going to be calling you to put your spiritual beliefs into practice and start getting the spiritual discipline that you once had back. Because I'm getting I'm getting that there's a lot of spiritual teachers, spiritual gurus, or people who just have a lot of spiritual insight. A lot of spiritual insight. And they have been very indifferent towards their lack of spiritual hygiene and others' lack of spiritual hygiene. Because I'm getting here with the Five of Arrows, this frustration. Sagittarius is going out, and you see here we have this archer, and we don't know how many times or how long this man has been coming out here. We don't know what's behind the goat, but we know that he has shot 1,000,003 arrows and he's missed. And he feels frustrated, and it's getting to him. And this is really speaking to Sagittarius, how many, I want to say people that you've been giving advice to, but I want to say how many times did you try to implement something in your own personal life and it's gone amiss, and that arrow is now wavering because you're so doubtful, and you've lost a sense of trust within yourself that you actually know what you're talking about and what you're doing. And I want to say, I'm sorry, give me 1 second here. And the lack of trust that you have. And here we have the Five of Vessels and Five of Cups, and it says ecstasy in this card. This card kind of differs from the traditional tarot deck. And I think, no, I'm hearing Sagittarius to have fun and find the joy in your spirituality and in your spiritual practices. Not everything, and I think that might be the rigid, constrained feeling that I've been picking up in this energy, is to have, not everything needs to look a certain way, and not everything needs to be so serious. I'm hearing that you need to have fun with in your spiritual practices, in your spiritual beliefs. Switch things up a little bit. If you meditate at a certain time every day, or if you meditate in your room every day, go to the park and meditate. Join a meditation class. Talk to somebody. I'm also thinking that there's a lot of privacy with Sagittarius, which is really weird, because Sagittarius are very extroverted individuals, but there's a lot of privacy when it comes to your own spiritual beliefs and your spiritual practices, because you don't feel as though people are on the same spiritual wavelength that you are on, Sagittarius. And I want to go ahead and say that's not necessarily true. Some people might not be as serious as you are, but that does not mean that they're not on the same path. We all have our own separate journeys, and a lot of times people that you meet, especially this is really speaking to the people who have been doing this. I'm hearing people who have been doing this for 5 years. I'm hearing people that have been on their spiritual journey for a decade now. And they meet people and they constantly try to gauge where people are at, and they always feel very, very disheartened, and they feel disheartened, and they feel disappointed, and they feel as though they're kind of caged in, and they're constrained. And within the next 72 hours, the people that you talk to, take a leap of faith and look at it as an opportunity to open somebody's mind and to open somebody's perspective and shift the way that they view the world, right? Don't be afraid of doing that, Sagittarius. In the next 72 hours, that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to take a leap of faith to build a larger network of community people who share the same spiritual beliefs and practices that you do, okay? I'm going to pull some more cards here. I just got this deck that my friend gifted to me. So we're going to see what else is popping up for Sagittarius within the next 72 hours. We got Page of Cups in reverse. Sagittarius, there is something that's really... I want to say that you are, I don't want to say you're drowning in muddy waters, but there's something emotional that's really, really weighing on your soul. And we got 8 of Pentacles, and it's speaking that it's interfering with your work. And I feel as though you know exactly what this is, and that you're really being called on. Ooh, we got the Death card for you, Sagittarius. Something that has been taking a lot of emotional energy out of you is being called to die, right? We have the Death card because we need that transformation to occur. And I think this might have something to do with your spiritual practices. You might have been feeling overwhelmed or drained by your spiritual practices, and you might feel as though it's too much work, and if you feel as though you don't want to go down this journey anymore. I want to go ahead and say that this is more so you're being asked to transform the way that you engage with your spiritual beliefs and spiritual practices. Transform the way that you engage with the spiritual community. We got 5 of Pentacles here, and we got 8 of Swords, which is really speaking to that loss and that constraint, that something is amiss, and there's a level of disalignment and a little bit of disillusionment here. And I want to dive a little bit deeper and see what is going on here in terms of Sagittarius' spirituality. And I also want to take a look at your finances and your career. We got Ace of Wands here. So Sagittarius, it's really time for you to direct your energy not only inward, but direct it towards the right people. There's a lot of energy there's a lot of just scattered energy here, and there's a strong level of uncertainty with what you're doing in terms of your spirituality and your spiritual practices. A lot of you guys are very, very closed off and closeted, and you're being asked to engage in some sort of community to really help cultivate your spiritual beliefs and your spiritual knowledge. We got the Temperance card, which is speaking to balance. There's something that you're engaging with that is very, very one-sided here, Sagittarius. I don't know if this is in terms of a relationship, if this is terms of work. Let's see, what is unbalanced in Sagittarius' life right now? And within the next 72 hours, what are some small ways that they can kind of get themselves back on track? Because they're kind of in a hole here. We got the Hangman. Sagittarius, you're being asked and you're being called to look at something from a new perspective. I'm picking up that this might be a relationship. This might be a work relationship. This might even be a relationship that you have with yourself here, Sagittarius, where you really need to look at yourself in a different light. Look at yourself in a different light. Some of you guys might be battling with strong insecurities and fears and just shame is what I'm picking up on. I'm picking up there's a lot of shame here that needs to be worked through, Sagittarius. We got the Tower card, which is really shattering those old beliefs. Whatever it is, whatever you're ashamed of or whatever you're scared of, whatever has been causing you this mental anguish, within the next 72 hours, something is going to come crashing down. And you're going to have a tower moment, or either that or a tower moment has already occurred. And a tower moment has already occurred, and you're experiencing the aftermath of this Tower card, or this tower moment here. This is also speaking to structures. So whatever, I'm picking up anything that's not built on a solid foundation is going to crash. Anything that's not built on a solid foundation cannot make it through, cannot come with you, right? That's really what I'm picking up here. Let's pull some more cards for Sagittarius. We got 3 of Wands here. Taking the initiative to go out on a new journey here. To really just have faith that wherever you're going is where you're meant to be, and whatever will be, will be. I'm going to pull one more card from this deck before I go to my original tarot deck. And we got the Justice card here. I'm hearing that your involvement with somebody or something, whether it be a job or a person, that somebody... There's definitely an imbalance here. It could be internally, but I'm picking up that this is something that you've experienced externally, and that something's going to be revealed to you within the next 72 hours, or even I'm picking up a week from now. Something's going to be revealed to you about individuals that have really crossed you, and people that have, I'm picking up that people have lied on your name or just have been incredibly inconsiderate as to what you have been going through. And that's really, really going to balance out here. People have been very, very inconsiderate to you, Sagittarius. And I feel as though you don't think people are going to be understanding of your spiritual path and your spiritual beliefs. I'm picking up that you hold back a lot. And there's a lot of things that you want to say that you've been unable to say to people. Not because you haven't had the opportunity or you haven't had the chance, but really out of shame and out of fear. You're really scared to go to the depths with people here, Sagittarius. But I want you to know that whoever it is that you're engaging with and interacting with, where you feel as though you can't show this side of yourself, these people are not meant to be in your life. Let's see what's going on with Sagittarius the next 72 hours in terms of love. We got the Strength card in reverse. I'm picking up that some of you guys are being incredibly, incredibly prideful if you're dealing with a romantic partner or you're in a romantic situation right now. There's a lot of responsibility and a lot of weight on you, and you feel as though this responsibility is not yours, and you're right. That doesn't take away from the fact that you're being incredibly prideful in this situation, because you do deserve whatever it is that you want out of this life, and this responsibility is not yours with this 10 of Wands, and you're being asked to mentally transition and physically transition into something new. I also think that's speaking to the Death card and the Tower card that we pulled for you. If you're with the Strength card in reverse, I'm hearing that this is for some people, not everyone, that you're very, very weak-willed at this time. Whoever this person that you're dealing with, they have I don't know, they have a history of getting you to bend to their will. And I think that might be also having an effect on your spiritual practices and just driving you away. We have 6 of Wands here, which is another transition card. What is Sagittarius moving towards at this time? We have all of these, we have these transitions cards. Sagittarius, you really need to move away from whoever this person is that you're dealing with. We got 3 of Wands again. And step out and look and see what else is there for you. Because there's so much more there for you than this. Right? We got Queen of Pentacles in reverse. This person is really, really dealing with your self-worth, messing with your self-worth and self-image. And they're not treating you the way that you deserve to be treated in the way that you've treated them. Right? We got Knight of Wands in reverse. And we got 9 of Swords, which is dealing with anxiety. That this person is really, really immobilized you. Whoever this person is, they've kind of made you put your life on hold and they've made you put your life on hold, and they've kept you up at night really, really wondering and thinking about just this connection. And you need to reclaim your power and reclaim your energy here, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull some love activation cards for you, and we're slowly going to start to close out this reading here. So I have purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Patience. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. And loyalty. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. So whoever this person is, they have lacked all 3 things. All 3 cards that I've just pulled for you from the Love Activation Tarot or the Love Activation Oracle deck, they have not shown any of these types of things to you, and they have not really added to your life in the way that you've wanted them to. So it's time for you to let it go and to not necessarily go inwards, but focus on your spirituality here, Sagittarius. And one affirmation card for Sagittarius so we can close out this reading. What is one affirmation that Sagittarius can take with them for the next 72 hours? Ooh, okay, let's take the one at the bottom. It says, my life works beautifully. Everything in my life works now and forevermore. So Sagittarius, my biggest advice for you over the next 72 hours, whoever this person is or whatever it is that you're dealing with in your environment, is to focus on your spirituality and turn to spirit. That's all I had for you. If you like this reading, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.